2 kilometers down this path, there's a very special park. Usually on this channel we visit places that are strange, different, out of the ordinary, that you would normally not find in a tourist brochure, and that's exactly what this place is. We have been wandering these dusty paths for about half an hour trying to find this random spot I found on the internet a couple years ago called Parque.
De los Desvelados.
No, de los Desvelados. Say it.
De los Desvelados.
Park of the Sleepless in English. This particular place is very interesting. A guy named Luis Garcia Vidal started a sculpture park in the middle of nowhere in 1971. He built something, many of them, for 30 years, and now he's passed away and these statues are rotting in the wilderness. We are about to visit
El Parque de los Desvelados.
El Parque de los Desvelados. And it might be a bit creepy for some of you.
Hey, are you ready for the adventure?
Are you, Mrs. Coca-Cola?
I was like hiding it.
It's open.
I think it's here. We saw this photo, remember?
See, this must be it. Is it it?
Yes. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Are you ready?
I've been waiting a long time to see this place. Wow.
Oh my God.
They're huge. When I went online, I thought these were made out of stone, but it's not. It's chicken wire, barbed wire, and sumac, like a local tree that's quite skinny, all wrapped up in the wire. And he painted them with lime, the white powder. And it's crazy. If you were going to build sculptures, you'd think you'd use something that would last a little bit longer, but maybe that was his whole point, right? Life doesn't last forever. Maybe neither should the sculptures. So he used materials that didn't really make it. Well, it's been about 10 years and you can see they're all falling to pieces. Maybe that's what he wanted. As you can imagine, it seems like Luis was a little bit obsessed with death, and I guess what you can read online, what little information there is, says that when he was younger his father died, and so it was always on his mind. In his later years he became obsessed with how dangerous cars were. And throughout the park, you can see a lot of these destroyed cars to remind people that we do this every day, and it's one of the most dangerous things there is to do. What does it say?
Here it says, death loves cars.
A la muerte le gustan los coches.
Yeah,
Death
loves cars.
Death loves cars. Okay, hit us.
So it says, I dedicate this sculpture to my brother Alberto, who died at 59 years old, who lived like an artist and embraced death with bravery and dignity because he had to live like a human crap.
Human crap?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Here it says piltrafa humana, but it's like I guess he meant like most of the artists, like he was and like his brother was, live in poverty, like poorly, because they don't have support from government or from people that buy their art. So he lived poorly, like artists do most of the times, or at that time.
So it actually says human crap.
Yeah, human crap.
The whole idea behind the statues were to be a memento mori for us who are still living. And that means just a reminder that this twisty-turny, loop-de-loop-de roller coaster we're all on doesn't have tracks at the very end. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, famous or not. We all have to face that. And it's something that he thought about a lot, and not a lot of us do. That's why I built the park. More of the busted cars. It's crazy to think these were actually in accidents, yeah?
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure this is sumac. With these little fuzzy berries. So I'm pretty sure he used large versions of this tree to make the sculptures. So Luis made these for 30 years, and he spent half his time living in Spain. He'd come back in the winters to build the skull sculptures. I think there's 4 or 5 that we can find, but they should be scattered all through the countryside here. Oh,
a full body.
So this is the biggest skull by far, but one thing that we read online is that he was trying to make a giant skeleton with the arms, with the body, and if you go off to the side of the big one, you can see something that was being built. Ah, yeah. You can't see it really well on the camera, but look. The sumac, the chicken wire. And it goes all the way up to
the skull.
Oh, this was the body then.
Body, yeah.
This is the body, that was the skull. And so this was going to be an entire skeleton.
Or it was and it's destroyed.
Or it was and it was destroyed.
Oh, sí, mira, estos son como los brazos.
Oh, yeah. That's right. So this was a whole skeleton. So yeah, these are the arms here.
So, estaba como así.
So he was laying, yeah, the skeleton was laying down.
Like this.
I don't see any white paint on the actual frame of the skeleton itself, so it makes me think he was working on it and he didn't finish it before he passed away in 2009.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a path. It's kind of worn in, but wow, this one looks a lot different than the other ones. Wow, this one is completely almost destroyed. Wait, no, this was huge. It goes all the way off into the bushes here. And then all the way over here. Yeah, it was massive. But there's not very much left. It's completely wrecked. Look. So this is like a metal screen, and you can see the nails. And here you can see the sumac. It's a strange idea to build these, right? When he died, he wanted to be buried here. And do we know which one he could potentially be in?
We read that one left.
This one here. So we don't exactly know, but what Luis was saying is that he wanted to be buried in almost like a sarcophagus, like an Egyptian pharaoh.
Uh-huh.
And it's supposed to be the one right to the left when you walk in. It looks partially destroyed. I don't know if he's in there. Parque.
De los Desvelados. Look at that voice, huh?
The ending was a bit cut short, and I want to tell you the story why, because it is kind of strange and freaky. So we approached this point where Luis could be buried, we don't exactly know, and we tried to look in, and we would have had to break part of the skull to get a good look inside, and we didn't want to do that. But as we were checking it out, we heard like this shuffling weird footstep behind us. And keep in mind, we're in the middle of nowhere, right? We're in the middle of the woods. And we look back.
Alone by ourselves. Nobody was there.
Nobody. We didn't see anybody. And there's a woman, she's 80 plus, wearing white, just like shuffling, floating by herself. Walking super slowly on the path. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? And so we go over and we're like, are you lost? And she speaks very much like this. and she said her name was.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not lost. I'm like, do you know where this name of a town that I don't remember right now, what it is? Because it used to be this way, but now I'm lost because I don't know, there's no path. And of course, there was no path. We were in the middle of the jungle. So we were like, no, we don't know. Oh, that's okay. She was super smiley and super kind. And then she walked away because Mike and I were like,
Why is an old woman in the middle of the jungle or the forest, and her name was Presence?
Presence, yes.
And so it totally threw us off filming an actual outro, and we're like, we have to make sure this lady's safe. And so we like talked for 30 seconds, and then went to go look, and she wasn't on the path
gone.
anymore. And we were she was just like scooting, like just shuffling, and there's no way she could have gone fast. So we were like freaking out, and we're like, she's got to be a ghost. No, I don't believe in ghosts, but like how is it possible? And then we saw her on on the crest of a hill far away. So we had to like jog to catch up with her, and we had a conversation, and we ended up taking her to the town. But
she was looking for her cousin.
But we were both super freaked out. I don't believe in ghosts. I still don't, but damn.
Yeah, it was super weird.
It was super weird.
Super weird. I think she was a ghost.
So if you ever go to Parque de Desvelados and you see Presence,
let us know.
Let us know. Take her to her cousin, and hopefully you don't believe in ghosts, because that's the closest thing I've seen to a real ghost study in my life.
I know, me too.
Experience over possessions.
Kick the grind.
Kick the grind. Peace, guys.